Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today I wanted to give you some of my early thoughts on Teal gear. I'm getting a lot of questions. Should I be spending my cores or my gold on Teal gear? Where should I put my Teal gear on? So here's the first thing I would say. As a starting point, be cautious about using Teal gear. It's extremely rare right now, and this is what Scopely does. When they introduce something to the game, they make it hyper rare. They charge a fortune. They milk the biggest whales, krakens, whatever you want to call them, for money. And they're going to use this because there's going to be a race for Dark Dimension 5. So the way you get around their tactics is you try to hoard as much as possible and then be very careful about what you spend. So don't just throw Teal gear on your characters. And one thing I'm sure you've already seen is if you have characters leveled up to 85, as I do, or even above 80, you'll start seeing these plus signs here. One thing that this shows you is that orange gear is actually needed for these tiers. So, if you really need it, you can place it on these characters. But personally, I'm holding my orange gear for now. And I purposely held my stash of orange gear. A lot of people are telling me, like, well, are you just Philosopher? You got all these low characters down here. Are you going to throw orange gear on them? And the answer is no. Even in the middle of a war, when I needed some characters brought up, I just brought them up in levels and didn't use the gear. And the reason why is, first of all, I thought I might need some orange gear to get my characters up to the next level, the gear tier 16. I think at this point, so, I'm sitting here on whatever it is. I think, this is 17,000 SBCs. I think it's good to sort of be thoughtful about where you're spending your orange gear right now and thoughtful about the teal. So people are asking me, what's the efficient way to get teal gear? There's not going to be an easy way to get it. There's a few different ways, right? One are these offers, okay? And we can talk about that in a second. The other is this row in the supplies. And then there's this row of war credits. Now, I have been saving war credits since I completed DD4, which was in January. So over 8 months ago, I've been saving my war credits. I have 1.11 million. I started spending them today. Now, for me, in my situation, I spent them on mini uniques only. I refreshed this because I'm a whale. I have extra cores. I refreshed this and I spent it on mini uniques only. Why? Because my alliance is already did 100% on the base difficulty of Doom 2. We're working on Doom 1. We're going to get as far as we can. And I expect to be getting a flow of teal gear, but the mini uniques are not given in the raid. So I'm going to need the mini uniques. That's going to be the bottleneck. If you may be in a different situation, but I would take, particularly if you're free to play or a dolphin or whatever, I would take a very careful wait and see approach. Unless you're racing to be one of the first people in DD5, there's really no reason for you to rush to spend your war credits. So I would just hold on to these for now. Now, the other question I have is people are like, hey, I'm a whale, I'm whatever. What should I do? Should I use gold? Should I use offers? If you're really whaling out in this game, first of all, I don't give any advice about whether to spend or not spend on a mobile game. That's a personal choice based on your budget and, whatever, how crazy you are about a game. But I will just say that if you're going to do it, it seems to me from doing some math that you're going to do better with the offer, I think. So if you look, for example, at the SBC, so this is basically, $50 for 100 of these, which is a ridiculous price. And they always are in the beginning. These prices go down. If you've been playing this game for a while, you see it, right? Oh, the gear tier 15 mini uniques are super rare, super expensive, and then now they're just much easier to get. So 100 for 50. This basically means 50 cents per these SBCs. Well, this is basically charging you, it's a gold orb worth for 4 of these. So essentially, for the $2, you're getting over a gold orb here. It's costing you more than a gold orb. In other words, a gold orb gives you 220K gold on average, and you're paying essentially $2 worth for it. So this is probably worse than the offers. These are not amazing deals, but what I would say is if you're rushing for DD5, you're going to be buying the mini uniques here. and also being in a super top alliance. I mean, basically what they've done here is made it so that if you're not in one of these super top alliances that is going to be pushing Doom 2, you're going to have a lot of trouble getting Teal gear in the short run. That's just the reality of it. It used to not be that way, but that's how they're making it this time, for better or for worse. I think for most players, it's for worse. All right, now there's this event. People are asking me, what do I make of this event? This is a whale event. This is totally for whales, and the whole purpose of this event is to get whales to spend cores in order to get more Teal gear. That's the purpose of it. The purpose of it is to get whales to core their way through Doom 2 or whatever so they can get some extra Teal gear because they're trying to get ahead of the others. In other words, they want to, for some folks, the thing is, they're trying to get on these leaderboards for whatever reason. They want to be the best. I'm only 40 or something, or, I'm only whatever, 639. There's people who are way bigger than me here, like that, like my alliance mate here. Or people want to just do better in war. They want to have their heroes for hire as big as possible, or they want to be one of the first people to complete DD5. Now, I will be racing in DD5, but the reason that I save up my war credits is so I don't have to get quite as crazy with the other stuff. All right, it's my way of doing it in a more efficient fashion. Okay, but the bottom line is, Teal gear is going to be very rare for a while. It's gated behind Doom 2, and here's the good news, though. I will say, as I'm going to release videos soon showing you some footage from difficulty 1. I was rating difficulty 0, the regular base difficulty today, while I was at a work event on my phone, and it did not seem, the base difficulty did not seem much harder than difficulty 1 of Doom 1. In other words, 2.0 didn't seem much harder than 2.0 didn't seem much harder than 1.1 to me. So I really think while there's going to be challenges, and I think you're going to need and want some of the newer characters like New Warriors and Secret Avengers, if you have those new characters, I think you're going to have success. I don't think it's just going to be the whale, massive, top-end alliances that are going to be successful in Doom 2. I think these difficulty levels, however, could make it a lot more challenging because, for example, we're in difficulty 1, and you can see, 20% more damage, 10% of the others, and you can see it's going to ramp up to 50 and 75 very, very quickly. All right, this is just day 1. If we complete this, I could see us slogging our way in one of these other ones, eventually grinding to some point where we have trouble getting through in the days to come. All right, guys. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to this channel. If you have questions, comments, leave them below or go to my Discord. That's linked below as well. You can also go to my Twitch stream. That is where the videos are made, and I have that here as well.